Welcome to Drop the Puck today at the D-Side Leisure Centre. We're here for the Moralee battle between Solway Sharks and the D-Side Dragons. So this is the top team, champions being Solway of course, and the bottom team of the Moralee Conference, which is the D-Side Dragons. An unusual spot for them. Mike, what's this got to talk with us this one?
It's a real David versus Goliath task, you know. As you said, the Solway Sharks, already league champions about 4 weeks ago, so they got nothing to play for, whereas the Dragons, at the bottom of the table at the moment, they can't afford to not win a game or get at least a point from it, so it's going to be a really exciting game.
So of course, if you're a betting man and you put all the good money on a bet, you would go with Solway Sharks, because the last time these two teams met, Solway came out 13-2 winners, quite convincing win, and of course going into this, Solway are 5 wins and 1 loss, whereas D-Side are 1 win and 5 losses. So what can they do in this game?
Well, for the Dragons, it's desperation hockey, you know. They need to get a result. We saw it a couple of weeks ago at Whitley Bay. They need to win it. They turned up, they played a great game and won 8-2. So can they do it for another 2 games? Only time will tell, but it'll be interesting to see.
So you're saying that Solway are on form at the moment. Who should we expect to be seeing the most of here?
Well, we talked about at the start Solway weren't scoring many goals, but they are scoring goals now. And you know, you got the usuals like Murray and Moore and Mietinen, but the one for me, I spoke about it last time, is Connor Henderson. He's only 18 years old and he's 3rd in the top points, so I'm expecting an exciting game for him tonight.
So it looks like an action-packed game, and it looks like it's going to be full of goals as well. With that, I think it's time to drop the puck.
Hello and welcome to the D-Side Ice Rink for this fixture in the Moralee Conference between the D-Side Dragons and the Solway Sharks. We're underway in the first period as the Dragons look to get it out of their offensive zone.
Mike, I'm expecting a big battle here tonight, because I think Dragons have got everything to play for in this one.
Most definitely, they need the points. They can't afford to lose this game if they want to try and survive in this league.
Yeah, obviously, let's just explain to the viewers that going into this game, the Dragons need a win and a tie, minimum.
As Matt Lovely's on a breakaway, he takes a shot. A good pad save there by the keeper. The rebound goes wide, and the Dragons are on the offence early on in this first period as Matt Wainwright picks up the puck and the Dragons go for a line change. He'll slow it down now and look for a breakout. He finds Scott McKenzie over to Philip Super. Super battling with Moore, and Yurisenko goes D to D. Moore from the neutral zone, lays off to Abercrombie, who gets picked off by Super. Super puts it in, and the icing's waved off as Yurisenko picks up the puck under pressure by Scott McKenzie. McKenzie picks it up. Couldn't find a Dragon shirt, and the Solway Sharks are able to skate down the wing with Connor Henderson. Henderson goes rink wide as Gavin Austin is able to dispossess the Solway Sharks there, and Super again on the wing, pressured by Mietinen. Kennedy supports, gets into the zone, unable to keep going, and the Solway Sharks able to pick up the puck. Gary, we can see from the first 2 minutes that Dragons are looking to play tonight.
They certainly are, and so as I was saying earlier to the viewers at home, how important this game is for them.
Face-off won by the Sharks as Hutchison goes to collect with pressure from Kemp. He goes D to D to Yurisenko, who rims it around to the Sharks winger, who's dispossessed by a hard forecheck by Ryan Jones. Sharks are able to pick up the loose puck though, and Senko skates up ice. As across the Dragons blue line, he skates deep into the corner. He's going to look for some options. He's dispossessed by James Parsons. Pulls off a nice little move there, but he's put himself into a bit of trouble, and Coulter's picked up the puck. The Dragons are easy to pick it up, and Wainwright over to Kemp. Kemp unable to handle it, and the Sharks get possession once again. Super to oh, and Parsons wide open there in front of the crease. Nobody picked him up there, and the Sharks got away with one there as Spears finds his winger. Fowley back to Spears, and the icing is waved off as Bannon picks up the puck to Super. Super across the blue line, couldn't beat Miettinen, and now the Sharks are on the attack with Moore to Henderson, couldn't find Abercrombie. Picks up the puck once again. Henderson curls into the middle, finds Moore. Good foot battling there by Scott McKenzie, and the Dragons are able to pick up the puck. Bannon puts it into the Sharks' end. McKenzie chases after it. McKenzie throws it into the middle, no one there as Abercrombie picks it up. Henderson finds Moore. Moore through the middle. He puts it into the corner, and Bell's able to put it around to Bannon. Bannon high to Ross Kennedy. Ross Kennedy up to Super. Chapel pressure by Senko, and there's a battle on the boards.
End-to-end stuff at the moment, Mike.
Yeah, it's no team have established themselves in the last couple of minutes, have they? It's a bit of to and fro in, weighing each other up at the moment.
But definitely a high tempo.
Yeah. Senko goes into the neutral zone, he curls back. He's going to look for some options. He finds one on the wing with Ross Murray. Murray puts it into the corner to Edmonds, unable to keep up with it, and Senko keeps on the blue line, and he's brought that one out for an offside. As Richardson wastes that one, and it goes for icing. Face off won by the Dragons. Wainwright puts it over to his defensive partner Ryan Jones. Jones finds Kemp, but Kemp can't hold it, and it's going to be waved off for an icing as Senko is dispossessed, but is able to oh, and a bit of a collision there, and the Sharks again get away with that one as Senko skates up ice. He's looking for an option. He finds Fowley through the middle. He tips it into the corner, and he's going to chase after that one. Fowley battling with Matt Wainwright. Wainwright is able to put it around the boards, and the icing has been waved off, and Kemp's going to chase after this one. He's going to lose the race to Senko. Oh, and he puts a big hit on Senko. Good hit by the youngster there as Coulter picks up the loose puck. Hutchinson throws it into neutral zone ice, but Matt Wainwright picks it up, drops it to McKenzie.
Oh,
good stick there by Yurisenko, and Spears going to just throw that one down and go for a line change.
That was unlucky there because Wainwright had just put that onto him. Thought he was going to have a shot at goal.
As Jones finds McKenzie across the blue line. McKenzie out-muscled there by two Sharks players, but he's able to find Super. Super shoots, he scores!
That's just what the Dragons needed.
Fantastic goal there by Philip Super, creeping in from the blue line. McKenzie head up, finds him in the slot. Great goal low on Hepburn. Dragons 1, Sharks 0. And the Sharks in the Dragon zone as that penalty comes to an end, so the Sharks are going on a power play now. As that shot's over, and the Sharks are going to regroup with Miettinen. Miettinen to Fowley. Fowley over to Spears. Spears has a little look, finds Kerr. Kerr to Miettinen. Miettinen has a little look. Good pressure there by Parry, and the Dragons able to get it down the end. Hepburn comes to control it as Kerr picks it up and comes up ice. Fowley. .30 seconds remain in the first period with the Sharks on the power play. As they skate into centre ice. Oh, good save there by Bell. Just got a little bit on it there. and it's going to go into neutral zone ice as Miettinen doesn't time the bounce of the puck there, and he finds Spears. Spears puts it on goal. Bell plays it, and that's the end of the first period, Gary, where the Dragons lead this vital game 1-0.
Got to be happy with that. Scott McKenzie would be quite pleased. Maybe not with himself getting a penalty, but he's probably saved the team from getting a goal scored against them. Solway, I don't think we've seen the last of them yet, Mike. So Dragons got to be happy going in 1-0.
We're here for second period action between the D-side Dragons and the Solway Sharks, where the Dragons are currently leading 1-0. The Sharks will start this period with 40 seconds left on a power play. So we'll see what they can do in the first couple of minutes, Gary.
Yeah, it's going to be important how they settle into this second period.
As Miettinen skates into the Dragon zone, he tries to find a pass. He does. He shoots. He scores. And a quick response there by the Solway Sharks.
Yeah, this is exactly what you want to be doing if you're coming back into a game. And we know Solway can score. They're lethal.
As Joe Coulter gets the goal there for the Sharks. And only 29 seconds played in the second period, and it's now a tied game. Neutral zone face-off won by the Sharks. Kerr over to Miettinen. Coulter pressured there by Jones, but he's able to tip it into the Dragon zone, and Fowler is going to chase Chappell. They both hit the ice. Jones puts Fowler into the boards there, and the Dragons are able to get into neutral zone. A few mislaid passes at the moment, Gary.
Yeah, it's just since that little break in the when McKenzie went down, things seem to have just slowed down a little bit.
As Wainwright finds Furnival, who's going to skate into neutral zone ice. He's going to enter the Shark zone. He's going to start to have a look now. He tries to find Wigglesworth. Shot by Wigglesworth. It hits the pads of Hepburn, and now Kerr for the Sharks, pressured by Furnival. He gets over the red line and dumps it in. Bell plays the puck only to a Sharks player. Good pressure there by the Dragons, and it's down the ice, and Wigglesworth's going to chase Miettinen for it. No icing. Miettinen wins that battle and finds Coulter. Coulter has a look. Oh, hit there by Super, but Senko's able to pick up the puck. And a battle with Super. Senko still has the puck, but he finds a 1-2 there, and he's still pressured by Philip Super. And he's hit there by Jones. And the Sharks take a shot. Oh, and it's a good save there by Bell. Face-off won by the Sharks. Senko has a look for options. And he's going to go D to D, up to Coulter. Coulter can't handle that one. And Wigglesworth over to Chappell. Chappell can't handle it, so Senko picks up the loose puck, and he's going to look for a pass, which he finds down the wing to Fowley. Fowley puts it into the Dragon zone, and the Coulter and Fowley are going to chase after it. He finds Senko on the point. Senko shoots. Oh, and it's tipped wide. Good save there by the Dragons as Wainwright gets it up to Kerr. And Spears picks up the loose puck. He comes out in front. He takes a shot and shoots. He scores!
Oh, it's in.
A sloppy play by the Dragons there, and it allows him to come out on his own, and he shoots it near side past Bell. And now we have a 2-1 game.
Well, they've been coming out. You see from the face-off there, they're coming out, they're aggressive, they're fast off the pace. Dragons seem to be losing their pace a little bit. Solway have made it count.
"13 minutes gone in the second period, and the Sharks lose out on the face-off with Furnival. Chappell helping him there with pressure from Moore. Miettinen battles. Again, Chappell wins that race. Good possession here by the Dragons in the corner. They try and gather some momentum, but Moore picks it up. He finds Henderson in the neutral zone. Nice. He's going to go one-on-one with Morgan. He goes round Morgan. Can he find a pass? He does. Oh, and Abercrombie puts it wide. And there's a penalty on the play. It looks like the Dragons are going to get a penalty. So the Sharks are going to go on the power play in a second. As Andrews shoots from the point. Senko picks up the puck. The extra attacker on for the Sharks because the Dragons can't touch the puck at the moment. A shot wide as Abercrombie picks up the rebound. Over to Senko. Senko shoots, he shoots in!
Oh, what a goal!
What a goal by Yuri Senko.
Well, it's been coming. You can see them building up for that one.
That's it. The extra attacker paid off, and a rink-wide pass to Senko, who shoots it top shelf. And not many goals are going to save shots like that.
No, so now it's a 3-1 lead the Sharks have got now.
So 14 minutes gone in the second period, and we have a scoreline of Sharks 3, Dragons 1. Gary, what the Dragons got to do now to get back into this game?
Well, they need to get back to that tempo and that fast-paced defence they were playing in the first period. They need to be closing down the Solway Sharks when they're getting on the puck like they were earlier, but they just seem to be backing off a little bit more and trying to concentrate on making their own attacks. And the Sharks are just getting in on and taking the puck off them and making points out of it.
Yep, as the Sharks pick up the loose puck here, pressured by Bannon. Senko and McKenzie battle in the corner. Former teammates at Telford. They're still battling out there. I'm not got a winner yet. As finally the Sharks get it free. Oh, and a move too much there by Tonhanis. Give away the puck to the Dragons as Bannon fans on it.
Oh dear.
He gives it to Senko. Senko over to Murray. Murray can't handle it, and Jones is going to go D-to-D with Wainwright. Wainwright is going to put up the boards to Bannon. And it's in the Dragons zone, but not very far in. And Bannon's able to give it back to Jones. It goes rink wide to Parsons. He's wide open. Parsons, oh, he gives it away to Kurt. As Spears, he got some space, he shoots, he scores! A turnover by the Dragons there, and nobody's picking up. Spears coming in off the change, and all of a sudden we've got a 4-1 game here.
As you can see from the build-up there, 4 Dragons around 1 player, left everybody wide, especially Spears on the far side. He just slots it in against Bell.
So the Dragons find themselves on a power play towards the end of this period. Gary, this could be something to get them going again.
They certainly need to capitalise on this because going into the period 4-1 down, it's not a good move. Scott McKenzie would be fuming because they played a great first period, Mike.
Yeah, they did, as Super picks up the puck, pressure on the boards, and the Sharks battling, but they can't get it out as Parsons picks up the loose puck, finds Super. Super moves and finds Parsons, but Parsons can't handle it, and Hutchinson is able to get it into neutral zone ice for the Sharks, but Dragons straight back on the attack as Hutchinson pressured by Lovell. He's going to throw it and he gets it out down into the Dragon zone, and Bell's going to come out and stop that one. Bannon has a look, he finds McKenzie on the wing, steps over the blue line, sets up, he's looking for an option. Oh, he shoots, he scores! Great play there by McKenzie. He's patient, he waited for the chance. He finds Parsons one-timer, nice and low, and it's a 4-2 game.
And this is exactly what the Dragons needed to be going in so close to the end of this second period, where they've not had much luck.
So the Dragons score on the power play, and we've got a 4-2 game now. Makes it a little bit easier for the Dragons to have a 2-goal deficit rather than a 3-goal deficit. As the Sharks skate down the ice with Andrews. Andrews loses out on the puck, but he's going to chase after it. And he's put into the boards by Furnival. Wainwright finds Wigglesworth. As Mietenham intercepts that pass. And he finds Fowley. Fowley puts it down low. And Coulter's going to pick it up. He wins the race. Finds Fowley in the middle, but he's good, well trapped by Chappell. And Wainwright's able to attack with Furnival. Furnival over the blue line, shoots it. Mistimes the shot. And he's going to battle in the corner with Mietenham. Wainwright throws it around to Bannon. Bannon pressured by Mietenham. Andrews off the boards to Fowley. Mietenham finds Spears. Tried to tip it off and it's gone for an offside. So less than 30 seconds to go in the second period. The Dragons are attacking the Sharks as Ross Kennedy picks up that puck and Gavin Austin takes it off him. Unable to find Super, and Senko picks up neutral zone ice. Intercepted by Ross Kennedy, well read as Henderson picks it up. Now the Sharks attack. They find Moore. Oh, good interception again by Ross Kennedy. Some good defensive awareness there as the second period ends with a scoreline of Sharks 4, Dragons 2, Gary.
Yeah, you can see in towards the end of that period, and as in most of that second period, Solway passing the puck around confidently and with ease. It's frustrating the Dragons, and on the few attacks that the Dragons had, very little out of it. Scott McKenzie's got to be disappointed. Going in at the end of this period, Dragons 2, Solway 4.
Welcome to third period action here at the D-side ice rink, where the Dragons are currently losing 4-2 to the Solway Sharks. Gary, a big 20 minutes for the Dragons here for their season.
Yeah, they've got to come out the blocks very quickly and make an impression, because if they want to do anything, it's got to be now. It all hinges on this period.
As a good little tip to Spears. Spears takes a shot. Good pad save there by Bell. Early warnings there by the Sharks. As Jones gives the puck away, Spears lays it off. Good interception there by Wainwright. And Lovell's just going to put it down the ice and go for a change. The icing's called, so he won't be able to change. Face off won by the Sharks. Mietenham from the point. Wrist shot. Ooh, good pad save there by Bell as he saw it late. And again, the Dragons just throw it down the ice. And it's not going to be getting an ice in. It's been waved off. And Mietenham's going to play a stretch pass over to Henderson. Henderson pressured by Jones. And Moore's going to chase after it with Kennedy. Kennedy wins the race. And Moore's not giving up at the moment. And he does now as Kennedy finds Jones. Jones gives it away again. Oh, he creeps in front of the crease. And Bell is well aware of that one.
It's kind of looking at the moment like Solway are quite happy being 2 up in this, and that's why they can attempt to do all these little fancy moves, little plays to put them together. They're confident enough to do it. Dragons, they've just got to try and put anything together at the moment to try and get one more point on the board and get them back into this game. But they are tripping over their own feet a lot though, Mike, I've noticed.
Yeah, they're taking a few risks now because they need to, and they just got to be careful not to get caught on any breakaways or anything like that. Super picks up the puck and enters the Shark zone. He's going to look for some support, which doesn't come quite yet, as Super's still battling in that corner. And he's managed to wriggle away out and get a shot.
Oh, it scores!
Oh! Fantastic work there by Philip Super. All on his own to battle 2 Sharks, comes out the corner into the slot, shoots it low past Hepburn.
He's all nice, he's been one of those that's holding that puck up, keeping it there, keeping the Sharks at bay, slips away and sticks one in the net.
So, almost 5 minutes played in the third period and we have a 4-3 game now. Let's see how the Dragons and the Sharks respond to that goal being scored. As the Sharks find Spears. Spears can't quite hold it as Richardson takes it into the neutral zone. He skates over the blue line. He's going to look for an option now. He finds one.
Oh!
Hits a side netting there by Wigglesworth. Richardson still with the puck. Puts it behind the goal and Kerr's out to pick it up. Kerr to Coulter. Oh, good step in by Morgan. A shot there. Couldn't quite get enough on it there. Wigglesworth, as the Dragons are putting some pressure on the Sharks now. And again it thrown into the middle and covered up there by Hepburn. Face off won by the Dragons. Kennedy from the point.
Oh,
leg save there by Hepburn. And Edmonds is going to get up only as far as Austin. Austin puts it back on. And Miettinen's going to put that around the boards. And Murray's just going to let that one go. As the puck's dumped back into the Sharks' end. Miettinen over to Andrews. Andrews is going to look for an option. Too long of a pass there, and the Dragons are able to pick it up. And given away there by McKenzie as Tonard tries to go through the middle of two, it gets dispossessed. And now Super's going to go one-on-one with Senko. Super, good stick there by Senko. Needs to be a good time stick check there as Bannon looks for an option. Kennedy can't quite get on the end of it. And the Dragons are pushing for that next goal, Gary.
Yeah, they certainly are. You can see the pressure coming onto the Sharks net. You've got to make it count though. Time's running out because they're halfway through this third period now.
As the puck is put into the Shark zone and Senko picks it up and slows it down for an option. He waits as Fowley picks it up with some pace. Fowley, pass one. Puts on net into the Glover Bell. So 10 minutes gone in this third period, 10 minutes left for the Dragons to try and find one more goal to tie it. A tie would help them in their bids for survival or even get the win.
Yeah, as you say there, Micah, as it currently stands with the Dragons being at the bottom, one win and a tie in their remaining two games would secure them a playoff against the top Laidler team, a second place Laidler team, sorry. But 2 wins and it gives them the 6th place, which it saves their bacon for next year in the Moralee. But of course, a loss tonight would virtually see them relegated.
Yep, as we see the Sharks, this season's champions of the Moralee Conference.
And deservedly so, Mike. They performed admirably.
Yeah, they've been a great outfit all season. As Moore's looking for a bit of space. He's got McKenzie hassling him. McKenzie wins that battle and he sets off Philip Super down the boards. He slows it down, he takes a shot, shoots wide. Shot again, shoots wide, bounces into the crease though. And a good save by Hepburn, and the Sharks are able to just float that one away. A good chance for the Dragons there, almost. As Jones collects the puck and the Sharks go for a line change. Jones going to come up the ice, gives it to Bannon. Bannon over the blue line. Takes it around Miettinen. Good stick there by Miettinen. Super in the slot, shoots.
Oh, way high.
A good stick there by Miettinen in the end, and it sends the puck over. Face off won by the Sharks with Senko. Puts the puck round and well kept in. Not kept in, says the linesman. As Kerr over to Henderson, back to Kerr. Kerr's going to have a little look. Oh, it hits a stick and it's going to go all the way down the ice with Bannon chasing Moore. Moore with a risky pass. And just about gets away with that one. Senko picks up the puck. And Super can't quite keep it in. And it's given away. Given away again as McKenzie picks up the puck. Slows down the play, tries to find Super. Super can't get a hold of it. And it's going to the middle. Good play there by the Dragons as they enter the Shark zone once again with just over 2 minutes remaining. It's going to be a tight finish here, Gary.
Yeah, they need to try and get something. Get one more point in make it a tie.
As Mackenzie picks up the puck, over to Bannon, Bannon in the slot, over to Iceland.
Oh, it's in! Oh my goodness!
And it's Ryan Jones who scores the goal. So, face off in the Dragon zone, won by the Sharks, but it's too much and it's gone out into the neutral zone ice. Senko puts it back around and Bell's going to trap it up.
Dragons have got to keep this puck or get it up ice.
And again the Dragons get it out. And Senko's going to collect the puck.
The clock's ticking down and we're down to just over 40 seconds.
We have an offside call there with 30 seconds left. Face off won by the Sharks, but Mackenzie picks it up. He's just going to throw it into the Sharks zone, and Miettinen's going to collect it and throw it away to Mackenzie, and can't quite do anything with it. As Miettinen stretches the puck, can't quite get on a stick of a Sharks player as we enter the last 10 seconds. And this game is going to end in a tie.
Well, Scott Mackenzie and his boys have done what they needed to do tonight, which was salvage a tie. That gives them a bit of a lifeline because now they've got one more game left. They must win, and that's against their old rivals, Blackburn Hawks. That'll be interesting. That's a game that we will have here on Drop the Puck. But for now, let's just watch here as the D-side Dragons celebrate on an emphatic tie, should we say, Mike, against a very, very strong and skillful Solway team.
Yeah, they played a great game. They had a play at the start of the game, and the first period they really worked well. They stuck to the game plan. Second period it went off the rails a little bit, but they regrouped in the intermission break, and the third period they came out strong and a deserved tie.
Player coach of the Dragons, Scott Mackenzie, you've got to be one very happy man.
Delighted, absolutely delighted. We started really well. We took the game by the scruff of the neck. We were aggressive. You know, we told the players that we want to go after them and put them under pressure, and we did that. So really impressive performance in the first period. Second period, real lacklustre. We got away from the plan. We conceded 4 goals, and we found ourselves really behind the 8 ball. But we got power play. We scored on the power play to make it 4-2. And it's a different team talk going into the change room at the end of the second. And third period, we put everything on the line. We looked like a team that was fighting for our lives, and we managed to get 2 goals, greasy goals, horrible goals, battling goals. But that's what happens when your life's on the line, and I'm so proud of every man in that room tonight.
Now attention turns to Blackburn next week.
Yeah, it doesn't get any easier. You know, we need 2 points, but I think we can get it. I really do. We've had Blackburn's number most of the year. We had 1 game that got away from us, but you know what? We've got solid net minded. We've got D-men that are moving the puck really well. We've got forwards who are aggressive and working incredibly hard for each other, and they've got nothing to play for. We have. We're going to get those 2 points on Saturday, and then go into that relegation game on the Sunday ready to play.
And the end goal here has obviously got to be Moralee hockey for the Dragons again next season.
Absolutely, that's where we want to be. That's where we deserve to be. Someone's told me already that Solihull haven't conceded 4 goals in a game all season, and we've just put 4 past the top of the league. And they came here with a full team, with a top netminder and net. They came here for 2 points, and we've managed to take that valuable point off them that we deserved and we earned. So you know what, we go there ready to play for 2 massive points on the road. And I'm excited now. We're going to stay in this conference 100%.
Scott, good luck for next week, and thanks very much.
Thanks.
I'm here with coach of the Solway Sharks, Scott Mackenzie. Scott, what an interesting result.
Yeah. Yeah, we expected D-side to come hard tonight. Obviously it was lives on the line time for them. For us it's a bit of a dead rubber game, so it's maybe tough for the guys to get up for it, but ultimately massive respect for D-side and the way they approached the game, and they probably deserve the point.
No, was there a set game plan coming in tonight, or were you just going to feel the game out in the first period?
No, we've been working towards playoffs for, I don't know, 3 or 4 weeks now, so every game has been building up, try to play our system, try to make sure we're doing the right things, keeping the game simple, attacking and defending in the way that's won us the league and won us the cup. So yeah, we've been trying to play the way that we're going to play in 2 weeks in Sheffield in the playoffs. Tonight we didn't quite execute the way we wanted to, particularly in the first and wee bits of the third. So that's disappointing. I thought the second period were much better. But ultimately you have to give credit to D-side in the way they approached the game and the way they played the game, and Scotty pretty much rolled 3 lines all night, which maybe I didn't expect. But yeah, they played well and we weren't quite at it. I think that's probably the story of the game.
Now, you mentioned Sheffield in 2 weeks going to the playoffs. You're obviously going to want to come out with the silverware there.
Yeah. And at this moment in time, as we stand, we don't know who we're going to play in that semi-final, so the preparation is still going to be a little bit. We're probably not going to know now until next week, until you guys play Blackburn, and see what the result of that game is. So the preparation isn't maybe ideal, but ultimately we don't really care who we play. It's about us, and we know that regardless of who we play, we're the team to beat. We're the team that's won the league, won the cup, and if we play the right way and play to our potential, then things could go our way.
Excellent, Scott. Well, good luck for the future, and we'll see you soon.
Thank you.
With Jordan Barron of the D-side Dragons. Jordan, what were your feelings as you managed to put the puck past Hepburn?
It was great. To be fair, I think Ryan Jones got it. It was. I'm claiming it and it went. The game sheet doesn't lie, but yeah, no, it was brilliant. I was knackered as well. I've been on too long, but it's great. We don't want to play. No disrespect, but we don't want to play in that league next year. And we want to stay up, and the fans were great tonight, lifted us at the end there, and yeah, it doesn't matter who puts the puck in the net at the end of the day. We've got a chance to go to Blackburn now and win, and stay up, so yeah, it was brilliant.
Now, from the commentary position, the feeling felt electric. What was it like down there on the ice?
Yeah, as I said, it was absolutely brilliant. The fans got right behind us, and the boys really, we had a bit of a dull 10 minutes in the second, but after we come in out the room from into the third period, we really hit the body and got the tempo going, and I don't think I think we were unlucky to put a few more away, to be fair. Dennis played really well the other end, and I think we could have put a few more goals in.
Now attention's got to turn, like you rightly say there, to Blackburn next week. You're going to be wanting the result, no lie there. So is there a game plan going in?
Yeah, of course there is. Scott's a good coach, and we to be honest, we've just got to go there and work harder than them, and I think we'll beat them. So I'm sure they'll do the same. But yeah, we'll have a game plan. I'm not going to tell you, but because I don't know it, I'm only joking. But yeah, we need to go and win there.
Jordan, thanks very much and good luck.
Yeah, thanks very much. Cheers.
Stephen Moore, Solway Sharks. Stephen, that was a tough game there tonight for you guys.
Yeah, it probably didn't go the way we would have liked it to go, but I'd credit to D-side. They came harder than us at times. I think when we did play, we played pretty well. We scored some nice goals, but maybe need to tighten up our first period. It was a poor start. Going into the third period with a 2-goal lead, we should probably be seeing that out, but we've got 2 weeks to sort that out before the end of the season, and I know Scott will be working us hard in training, and we'll be ready for the playoffs.
Now, looking at the season so far, you've been quite a prolific scorer for Solway. You've got to be happy with the season you had personally.
Well, I'm not normally like that. I don't really know what's happened. I've been playing in a pretty good line. Dan and Connor are pretty fast players, play similar to myself, and I guess I've been pretty lucky. Go to the net, getting some dirty goals. That's what I do. I'm not the most skillful guy.
And attention turning into the playoffs. How excited are you personally for this prospect?
Yeah, last season it was good despite losing in the semi-finals. Yeah, last year maybe a bit different. We're definitely looking to go, and we're definitely looking to win. But it's going to be a tough game on a Saturday night, whoever we play. But it's a good event. There's a big crowd, and there's a good atmosphere at Sheffield.
Excellent. Well, we wish you all the best there, and we'll see you soon.
Right, thanks for that.
So who would have thought that one? I wouldn't have called that at the beginning, Mike, because such a strong team, Solway, as we said from the start. Current champions, of course, now, because they've pretty much sewn up the conference. But a 4-4 result for the Dragons, they've got to be happy with that.
Oh, it's a fantastic result. At the start of the show we talked about desperation hockey. That's exactly what D-side did tonight. The Solway Sharks, like I said, haven't really got much to play for, but they played a tough game. They didn't let the Dragons have it too easy, and a fantastic game to watch.
Yeah, well, of course, Solway came with a full squad. We did mention at the start of the show the fact that it's a long way to travel for teams. Solway's one of them journeys that most teams hate going up, and we also said at the beginning, the Dragons were on the receiving end of a 13-2 defeat at the hand of Solway. And to get a 4-4 tonight, I mean, Scott McKenzie must be over the moon, so must his players.
Oh, most definitely. It keeps the dream alive. They want to stay in the league. They don't want to get relegated. And now it's up to them now to produce the goods at Blackburn next week.
But let's look at the game in a whole. That first period, the Dragons took that 1-0 win, 1-0 lead in that first period. I mean, that was a good start anyway.
Oh, most definitely. They need to set the tempo against the Solway Sharks. If you let the Solway just dictate the game, it was going to be over in the first 10 minutes. But the Dragons had a game plan, they stuck to it, and they went really, really hard at Solway. And they could have had a lot more in that first period. They had a lot of good chances as Dragons, and Solway Sharks were fortunate to be only 1-0 down.
So, of course, the second period, that was a completely different story, because quite early on, as we showed in the show, when McKenzie went down, it looked like he'd taken a stick to the chin or the face, and the tempo of the game dropped a little.
Yeah, it was very stop-start in the second period. I think that took away the tempo of the Dragons, and it allowed the Solway Sharks to regroup and get back into the game, which they did with scoring 4 fantastic goals. Going towards the end of the second period, it was vital that James Parsons got that second goal to make it just a 2-goal deficit going into the third period.
Yeah, of course, that vital goal that Parsons got just before the end of the second period. The third period, completely different battle. It was like starting all over again, and the Dragons clawed back 2 more points.
Well, they say, a 2-goal lead is the worst lead in any sport, and the Dragons had nothing to lose. They had 20 minutes. It was either 20 minutes and wouldn't get a result and they carry on till next week, or 20 minutes and the season's over. So they had nothing to lose, and they just went for it. And they played some fantastic hockey in that third period. The Solway Sharks just kind of looked like they ran out of ideas a little bit. They just didn't really know what else to do. Maybe they're just shutting up shop and just preparing for the playoffs a little bit. But the Dragons kept on going, and good for them. And they got that scrappy goal right at the end.
So, as Ben quite rightly pointed out when he was interviewing the players there at the end, this has now made it really, really interesting, because of course that was the tie, one of the ties that they needed, and now all they need is this win and it'll take them into the playoffs. Of course, all to play for going into the Blackburn game next week. It should be an exciting game.
Oh, most definitely. It's a big rivalry with Blackburn over the years, and it's been great games this season so far, the 3 games we've seen, and the Dragons have got to win. They've got to win, so they've got to go for it. And Blackburn have got to try and see what they can do against the Dragons. So there you go. We'll be there to catch that game, of course. Drop the Puck will get all the action, as we always do, on the NIHL Moralee Conference. So join us again here on Drop the Puck. That's been Mike Jones. I've been Gary Lee. Thank you.